Hello Year 5. This week we're going to be reviewing multiplication and division. We're going to dive straight in with these long multiplication questions that we spent a lot of time working on this year. So remember that the key thing is we're going to start with a 2-digit by 2-digit number. So I'm going to set these out in my columns, make sure my digits are lined up. Then remember that what we're really doing here is we've got 3 steps. We're going to, first of all, times 34 by 3, those 3 ones. Then I'm going to times 34 by this 2, but remember, because that's in the tens column, it's actually 20 I'm timesing that by. And then at the end, we're going to add together these 2 products here. So we start with 34 times 3, well, 3 times 4 is 12. So I'm going to regroup, make sure you can see the 12 here, can't you? But I've regrouped that 10 down into the tens column. 3 times 3 is 9, add that 1 extra 10, gives me 10, so 102. And then I'm doing 20 times 34 now. So remember, I need the placeholder in the ones column because I'm not timesing by 2, I'm timesing by 20. So 20 times 4 is 80. You see there, 80. And because we put the placeholder in now, I can think a bit more like 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 3 is 6. Add my 2 products together. 2 add 0 is 2, 8 add 0 is 8, 1 add 6 is 7. So I get 782. Let's look at one more example. What happens now, very similar, but now I've added this hundreds column as well. So again, I'm going to line up my columns. I'm starting by timesing by 3, and then I'm going to times by 20. So 3 times 4 is 12. Again, regroup. 3 times 3 is 9, add the 1 is 10, but now I need to regroup again. So I'm not finished. Now I need to do 3 times 1 is 3, add the 1, gives me 4. I'm timesing by 20 now, so again, I need my placeholder. Then 2 times 4 is 8, remember 20 times 4, 80. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 1 is 2, and then finally add together those products. So I get 2, oops. 2, 8, 10, so I need to regroup, and then 1 add 2 is 3, 3082. Sorry, it's got cut off there a little bit at the bottom. So your turn now, pause the video, have a go at these 2, really think carefully about your placeholders, make sure you're putting this bit in if you're stuck at all, so you're really thinking about what is going on. Pause the video, unpause when you're ready for the answer. Okay, here we go. So 56 times 13. So first of all, we're going to do 56 times 3. 3 times 6 is 18. Regroup. 3 times 5 is 15. Add the 1 gives me 16. Now I'm timesing 56 not by 1 but by 10. Remember, I've got 13 here, 10 and 3. So I need my placeholder first because I'm timesing by 10. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 5 is 5. Add them together, and I get 728. Same thing over here. I'm going to make sure I've lined up my columns correctly. So first I'm timesing 156 by 3. 3 times 6 we know is 18. 3 times 5 is 15. Add the 1 gives me 16. 3 times 1 is 3. Add the 1 gives me 4. And now I'm timesing by 10 again. So I need that placeholder. Then I get 6. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. So add them together. 4 add 5 is 9. Add the 1 is 10. And I get 2028. So look at one more example of just slightly larger numbers going on now. So again, I'm going to line up the columns. Start by doing 643 times 2. Then I'll have 643 times, not 3, times 30. Remember, I'm timesing by 32, 30 and 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 6 is 12. Put in my placeholder to show I'm timesing by 30, 3 tens, not 3. 3 times 3 is 9, or 30 times 3 is 90. 3 times 4 is 12. Regroup. 3 times 6 is 18. Add the 1. 19. Don't forget to add together the 2 parts at the end. 8 and 9 is 17. 2, 4, 5. 9 and 1 is 10. So I get 20,576. Pause the video, have a go at this one. And let's see if we got it right. Remember, quite a few steps. I'm going to do this one a little bit more quickly. So I'm timesing first by 5, or by 3, sorry. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 2 is 6, add the 1 is 7. 3 times 7 is 21. Now I'm going to times by 80, so I need my placeholder. 8 times 5 is 40, regroup. 8 times 2 is 16, add the 4 is 20. 8 times 7 is 56. Add those two, gives me 58. Add together my two parts. Check I'm not going to add together any of my regroup digits. I might just want to cross those out. Get 60,175. Again, writing out these little steps here, really important if you're struggling. Don't forget that placeholder, and then just be really careful with your times tables facts. This is why we need to be practicing on TT Rockstars every single day.